Hello, I'm here with Bethany from Malvern College, Tokyo. Bethany, welcome to the expo.
Oh, thank you.
Can you tell us a little bit about your school's history and background?
Of course. So Malvern College Tokyo is a fairly new school. We're only in our second year. However, the name and the history and the logo is much older than that. The original school opened in 1865 in the UK. Very small school with only 20 boys, but it's grown since then, having schools all over the world, in China and Hong Kong, and even in Cairo, Egypt, and now us here in Tokyo. So even though we're a newer school, there's a lot of rich history behind our school name.
Sounds great. Can you tell me a bit about learning at your school? Are there any kind of special programs that your school has?
Of course, so within the IB, there may be a few other IB schools, but some fun things that are really specific to our school would be a lot of the outdoor learning that the kids do. We don't want them just in the classroom all the time. There's a park right behind our campus. Because we're in the Tama area out in Kodaira, there's a lot of greenery around us. So we want them to experience that. Almost every classroom has a garden outside their classroom. Some of them are growing flowers, some of them are growing vegetables because they want to make salads for lunch and things like that. Another great thing is the STEAM lab that we have. So students will look at 3D printing, laser cutting, they'll do some woodworking and sewing, anything from doing the technology on the computer or working things with their hands. So it's quite a wide range of things that they're going to be trying out if they come to the school. So.
Great. How about extracurricular things? How are some of the ways that the children get involved in the community outside of the classroom?
So outside of the classroom, so we have a lot of co-curricular activities or CCAs. We have ones that are run by our teachers, but then also we have some outside vendors who come in. For the ones run by our teachers, there's sports, academics, but then of course more creative enrichment, like a podcast club, a school magazine, things like that. But of course sports, we have soccer, rugby, cricket, badminton, things like that. We have a manga and creative writing club as well. There's board game club and things like that. From the outsiders that come into the school, we have judo and aikido. We have dance for the students. We also have gymnastics, and then we have STEAM and robotics club as well. Outside of those, the students will go, it's more connected to class, but the students may go out into the community. And even though our high school isn't open quite yet, we're starting to think about those internships and the volunteer work that the students could do in the high school. So kind of looking at if they can go to elderly homes or local preschools and work together with those to help out with some of the activities that they do there. There's a lot of opportunities, and they're continuing to grow, even though we're only in the second year, but we hope to have a lot more opportunities for the kids.
Nice. Can you give me an idea of what a day in the life of a student at Malvern is like?
Of course. So our students start their school day at 8:20. So most of them will arrive around 8 a.m. or so. A lot of them will come through. They'll be greeted by one of us staff members. A lot of them will kind of hang out in their commons areas, and then when it's time for class, they'll move on. Throughout their day, they may be going to STEAM class or art class. Maybe they're having maths class or English. Their classrooms especially will look a little bit different in the elementary and the junior high school. The elementary school is a lot more fun. There's a lot more activities and things like that inside the classroom, whereas the junior high school students are kind of moving towards the activities. They're kind of up and about a lot more. We do know, because the way I do my work, the students during their morning break time, they have a really fun time just in their common areas. Even if it's raining outside, they have some lounging areas. The kids really love the Yogi Bowl on our campus. They can hang out in the library. If a teacher's available, they can go to the dance room and practice their upcoming competitions, things like that. Lunchtime is also really fun for them because it's not them eating in their classes, they're eating in their houses. So kind of like Harry Potter, we have those houses. So we have a lot of our older kids are working together with our younger kids. They're really great role models, playing together with them, all of those kinds of things. And then as their school day comes to an end, a lot of them will stay on campus until about 4 or 5 p.m., doing some after-school activities, working together with teachers, doing all kinds of stuff. A lot of them also just love to just hang out at school and have fun until it's time for them to go home.
Okay, sounds great. Thank you so much for talking with me, Bethany.
Yeah, thank you so much for interviewing me.